Hi everyone. So I want to talk about how, like, in this life, we come across, like, every moment we are surrounded by so many emotions, so many feelings, and then every emotion, every feeling will lead to some kind of decision making. See, decision making is happening every second, every moment, not only from the point of view of your goals, your purpose, your career, or even your relationship and your family, even what to eat, what to watch. So everything is happening at the same time, and decision making is really, really big when we are living this life because every action is a decision which we have taken. So the problem is when we are living in the mind. See, mind is a faculty which is really important and it's really useful. We need to use mind instead of just living in the mind. That's the only problem. There is nothing wrong with the mind, but when we start living in it, then there is the issue. It's not mind has mind is really important. If you see, like, there are a lot of times when you have to work through your instincts and there is real problem outside, and you have to work on your muscle memory or instincts. So mind is really useful. It's not something wrong about it, but when we start living in it, the only thing is mind works into it works in good and bad only. That's the only problem with mind, and that's the only nature of mind. It can only work in good and bad. It cannot work with one, like just oneness, seeing everything as it is. It cannot do that because that's not how it is. And mind is an independent faculty, like your eyes. Like, this is like, first of all, if I see on the body, eye is the biggest input. Like, all out of all the senses, eyes takes the biggest amount of input from anywhere, so it's always watching something. And then once you see things, then it gets analyzed by your mind. Now, how it analyzes is based on your own experiences, your own upbringing, the culture you live in, and so it's all gathered information, all the impressions it has taken mind. So whatever impressions mind has taken, it gets conditioned in such a way, and then it starts projecting those things outside, on the outside world, whatever conditions, whatever whichever way it got conditioned. So it's now projecting everything outside, in the outside life. And that's where it comes to your decision making. And mind, how mind works is, like, obviously it analyzes things, but it brings those feelings on the body. So every thought will bring exactly the same feeling on the body. And those feelings are the reason why we go into these stories of past and future. So some thought will rise up, you will get those feelings, and now we are rolling in these feelings. And these feelings could be anger and it just keeps on building up, or could be happiness, sadness, whatever thought is coming. Based on that, we start rolling in those feelings. So so now what we have done, based on those conditioning and us living in the mind, I have created this world around me. So everyone has a world around them, their own world around them, and they all are living in this whole world. And by I mean, this world is actually, this is mind, your mind. It's not the real world. In real world, everything happens just with oneness. It's an event and it's just one. There is no good and bad, it's just happening. That's what it is in reality. It's just happening. But that's why we call humans as human being, because we have to be just be. We have to be, we are the beings. We have to be present and available. So that's where mind this where mi- so we started with how, like, we are making decisions in every part of our life. Every moment we are making some decision. And so if we are living in this world of our own, so we will be making this decision based on our own mind in our own world. But now when we are dealing with something which is outside, so there are multiple things happening outside, multiple people are there, and my decision making, and now when I'm projecting everything outside, so my decision making might not be the right decision because it is mine, but it is not the reality. So that's what mind does, based on its own conditioning, based on its own way of working, and it works majorly on fear. A lot of ways, whatever way it is working, the main action or main important thing behind the way it works is there's a lot of fear behind mind. That's why it is running from bad feelings towards good feelings. And how these feelings starts, they start with thought process. So whichever way we are thinking, those feelings are getting, we are getting, because of those feelings we are rolling in this long journeys of making all these stories of past and future. And so it is just way it is, how it is, and the fear is a really big part in it, because it wants to get away from feelings which are not, you don't feel pleasurable, or you're not comfortable, and you want to walk towards something which brings pleasure or more comfort to you. So this is the thing with the mind. And because of that fear, because of that way it works, so it, lot of time, it will not give you the right outcome, right decision on how to act in that situation. And then it just keeps on piling up, and then it leads to this whole beautiful life becoming a problem actually. And then we ourselves bring a lot of stress, a lot of worries, a lot of suffering on ourselves, because of the way we are so much indulged in activities of mind and living in the mind. So we need to bring this distance from mind, and you need to listen to the all the chatter which is going on. So awareness, the right decision can only be made in awareness. And when you come to awareness, you will see that everything is uncertain. Universe works in uncertainty, because this moment is totally blank, and we don't know what's going to happen. If the moment which are coming, like what's happening in next half an hour or 30 minutes, like 1 minute, I don't know. So those moments are uncertain, they are totally blank, we don't know what's happening. So that's the real decision making happens when we are in the awareness, we are out of mind, and we start seeing the things the way it is. And then the decision you make at in that moment, in that kind of awareness, is the real right decision, because now what's happening outside, you're witnessing everything, you're not rolling in your own mind, and then the decision which comes out of it is the right and true decision. So that's what mind does, it fogs everything, every decision making, because it is bringing those feelings and which might not be right. And that's why we end up taking wrong steps in terms of our career goals, family. We get angry, start shouting, bring stress, start disturbing everyone else. But that's not the decision which is taken in the right mind, right kind of awareness. So that's why we need to bring this distance from the mind, leave all this conditioning behind, and come start living in present moment. And the only tool is available, which is meditation, where you sit down, see your mind, connect with the real, like the soul inside you, and become a witnesser and become aware of what's happening. Thank you, and I'll see you soon for our next video.